Hi there. One sec, please. I'm just waiting for my stream to show up right now. Oh, hey. Hey, Flame. What's up? This is my thumbnail. That's about it. I was working on this for a while. I wish I finished it a lot sooner. It's okay though. I wanted to make something cool since I think this is gonna be the end of my playthrough of Slay the Princess, which I'm really excited for. So I wanted to make something special for it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I worked really hard on it. Sorry about the delay. I'm going back and forth from things right now. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Worked really hard. I'm just going to the game real quick to see if the audio changes because when I'm not on the game, it's really quiet. I know that. Oh, you can't see it. My bad. Yeah, it doesn't change at all. It's really quiet. I'm gonna I'm gonna fix that real quick. Okay, this might be really loud. I just want to see what it sounds like. Can't hear it. I can't hear it. Sorry, I wish I could have fixed this before I started. Well, it sounds fine with headphones. It is louder now. Alright. It's funny, it just got louder the second I put headphones on. I might turn it down just a little bit. Okay, that's good. Anyway, what else was I working on? Oh, it went all the way back down. Okay. Oh yeah, that was just a list of things that I'm not gonna stick to because not enough time. That's okay. Yeah, I remember now. That was the only thing I was working on. All right, anyway, I wanted to try animating a little bit, then I wanted to spend the rest of the time playing the game and trying to finish that. I'm not sure what I want to animate right now. I have a couple of things I want to work on. What's the crayons thing? What was I doing? What was I doing for this? Oh yeah. Actually, I think I just want to work on more, like, character designs. I'd like to do that. So you've been doing good today, Flame? I hope so. All my wires are tangled. I keep finding new problems. Okay, I got it. This is so scuffed. I have to like hold three things at once. I earlier today, if I can reach it, I was designing this one creature. Remember I mentioned I wanted to make a game before. And I made this design earlier today. I really like it. I didn't finish designing it though. Not for any reason really. I just didn't. I really like it. One thing I think I did wrong was its jawline. It's a possum, basically. It's based on a possum. Possums don't, as far as I can tell, don't have very visible jawlines. They look more like this. But I drew it like this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I figured out a theme that I want to do with the creatures that I make. I don't know if I want to say too much about them yet. I just want to say that they're all going to be based on nocturnal animals. Do you like possums, Flame? I think they're pretty neat. I like them quite a bit. Thank you, Flame. I just turned around and noticed. lost track of where the head was. What do you guys think so far? If you're wondering what this is over here, this is my idea for this creature is that you know how possums play dead? Instead of playing dead as the reason they don't actually like play dead, they pass out through severe anxiety. But I had a thought like instead of it being that, I thought a fun idea would be to uh have it like I guess shoot this little sac thing out of its body where its intestines are. These are its intestines and basically just like shoots them out and then just acts dead and waits for like scavengers to show up and then pounces on them. It's like a trap. I just heard my audio playback. It sounded like I said shit. I said shoots it out. I'm gonna do like an owl thing next. Oh yeah, I think those are called cuttlefish. So in a way, they do love deep down in the sea. I love to think that anybody watching this later will be confused about what I just said because I'm not repeating the chat. I think I think a lot of streamers get into the habit of doing that just so people that like are there respond to. Which that does make sense, especially if you have like a sea of people and if they've like if one person has had like multiple messages. I was taking a milk break. But speaking of like a sea of people, remember when we met for the first time about maybe like 2 or 3, maybe 4 days ago, maybe. But it was on my stream where I was finishing that request, and a whole bunch of people just showed up. I thought it was kind of funny because I have no idea like why so many people showed up like all at once in that one stream. But I assumed I made the assumption that it was because I said Minecraft, and then just a whole bunch of people just showed up. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that was the reason. That would be so funny. Summoned by the holy words of Minecraft. I mean the holy name, I guess. I don't know. So like what if I just said Minecraft every 5 seconds in my stream? Would I get more viewers? Is that how it works? Honestly, it'd be pretty sad if that's how it actually worked. I had found the stream I recommended and then found it later in like video you can watch when Another video. Why Minecraft YouTubers? True, honestly, that makes sense. That is how I get recommended a lot of videos now. I'll just like find something that has a topic that's like, even if somebody just so much as says one thing, I'll get an entire video revolving around that one thing. That is crazy. Yeah, maybe I should do like a dedicated Minecraft stream every week or so. I'll just draw like draw a hero by Brian fighting Goku or something. Oh my god, really? I will say your phone does hear the things you talk about. I literally, even when it seems like my phone's off, I will like mention a thing and then immediately get a video for it. Like it's crazy. Anyway, I think I've worked on this a good bit. I should probably hurry up and get to the game because I don't want to take too much time. I need to make this stream last only 3 hours. So I'm in a little bit of a rush. I can pretty much take our time though. Like, like it's still 2 whole hours. I think we can just sort of blow through it now though. I don't think there's any need for speculation at this point. We're pretty much gonna see what everything actually is. I'm assuming anyway. Let's go. The end of the world? What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most.
Uh-huh. If you don't tell me why, yeah.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger.
Right? Do you have any evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin.
Yeah. Have you considered that?
While
Yeah.
I appreciate, nevertheless, let me assure. And before you decide to waste, causality doesn't matter. It's no use arguing semantics, unless, of course.
Okay, Gallian Princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it?
Okay, what happens if she gets out then? I want
The more
specifics.
specifics you have, the harder.
Okay. Can't someone
if
else?
Only that. I have to say, like I said.
Forget it, I'm not doing it. Have you considered that maybe?
Of course I haven't. I mean, maybe.
Do I get some sort of reward?
Yes, but you.
Can you tell me?
It's a secret.
Okay. No, I'm not doing it. Let's look at our options. Silent. Thanks for telling me. Okay, I'm sold. Okay, fine. And let's go with this one.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens in each.
There we
Sure.
go.
Go talk to her. See
Nice.
how you make your way up.
Alright, let's go in. Okay, got through all that pretty fast.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and
I respect them a lot too.
floor and walls are
It's so
painted with a fine
incredible.
layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
Uh-huh. I guess I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to.
Now we enter. Pretty cold start to this one.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably. Her voice carries up the.
Who's there?
Go.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Maybe.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
It is because I grabbed the knife, I think.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Mm-hmm.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
True. That is that.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Whoa.
Is she really a threat to the world?
You know, maybe it's because I skipped some dialogue. This is the first time Hiro said anything that I've seen.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes. Probably not. What? No way. Why would you ever even think that? Okay, yeah. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Right? Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
I find it really funny how she's apparently so dangerous that isn't locked up more like in that one ending with the chain around her neck. True. Very true. Sometimes the chain just slips right off.
Thank you.
That time was hilarious.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Well, I have a feeling I'm not going to be using the knife on the princess.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Sure I am.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Uh-huh. Explore. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? Yeah, I'll hit this one first.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. Do you think I'd come here to kill you? To kill someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? You're supposed to end the world. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Don't just tell her that.
Oh, the look on her face.
Is that why they threw me down here?
The look on his
I don't wanna
face.
hurt anyone.
Which I
like
can't
the
see.
world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
Who knows?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Nope, not yet. We do know that she can kill us pretty easily, though. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? Deflect? Been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. Remain silent? No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Yep.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Oh yeah? Alright. I still have a few more questions before I decide what to do. Slay the princess.
Fine. What do you want to know?
Nice. How would I get you out of here? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Uh-huh. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specific.
How do I get you
can't.
out?
Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what she is. I'm sure of it.
Alright.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Play. I'm getting you out of here. Examine chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here. At least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. No.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
It does really want me to leave her down here. I haven't done that this entire time. I might do that next time. Oh, hi Griffey. Is this your first time here? I'm asking because I'm very bad with names.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
God, he's so rude.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Right. And if there isn't a key, do you have any idea besides me cutting you out of here? I'm going to check upstairs, maybe he's still lying around somewhere. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
It's...
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
True.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement.
Hero's
The door
so
at the top of the
empathetic.
stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let us out of here.
Keys are met with "You're here to
Let's
You try
do
to-
that.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to
Yep. Let's go
You
back
make your way
down.
back. Easier for whom?
Whoops.
Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
It's basically the same as last time. I'm wondering what we're going to do to change anything.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
It is technically my fault. I haven't tried leaving, which is the only thing I haven't done yet.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's save her.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Dude, that's so awesome.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Okay. Again, it's not an option. So, we can only do
Bring the
this.
blade down and plunge it into
Whoa.
the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious?
Didn't really do much, did it?
I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you.
Yeah, seems that way.
Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one.
That's true. She already did.
But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
I give up.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands,
I don't
the
think that was an
princess
option
rears
before.
back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker.
Oh, that's awesome.
You
Ow.
fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again.
Ow.
Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact.
Wait a minute.
Ruptures
I dropped the knife,
blossoming with
didn't
blood
I?
somewhere inside of you. If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back.
I just stabbed her in
How
the shoulder.
disappointing.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground.
I thought I was already on the ground.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark,
Bang.
and you die. You're on a path in the
Tower?
woods, and at the end of that path is
I
a
don't think I've
cabin.
gone this one yet.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
You know what's crazy? The game will make slight changes just so it can't go the same exact way. Before we couldn't stab her. Now we did. Like just directly. Also in that one, it didn't give me the option to quit. It forced me to fight back.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A terrible sense of déjà vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's
Oh,
nothing
broken
we can do
voice.
to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Oh. Okay.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
It's more than just deja vu. I need to move it a little closer, it's hard to see. Okay. Deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really happened. Literally just happened. Proceed to the cabin. Turn around and leave. I'll head
It
down.
hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Mm-hmm. Let's assume, yeah.
Those are two very different questions. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version. You died last time, which probably only happened because... Of course we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
True.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
No. Let's talk about this
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
Uh-huh. She killed me last time around. Wait, last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job.
Okay. All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is
It's
true
always the
and
same.
we might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
She does just utterly destroy us every time.
You're being annoying.
That's also very true.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Oh, I don't really care about that. Who locked her in the... yeah.
People locked her in that basement, and I told...
Mm-hmm. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say
Yeah,
this.
he calls us
Oh,
special.
I didn't know we were... Of course you're special. Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
Mm-hmm. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job... The less you know about her...
Alright, I guess we'll go.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with...
Right. Turn around,
You
leave.
have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Alright. Let's go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Right, let's go in.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger
Wow.
and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
What
The
is
only furniture of
this?
note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I think that's the biggest the mirror's ever been. Wow, it is actually getting bigger. That's crazy.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Because everything's huge.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Oh my god. Yeah, and that's why there's a ladder here. To suit us specifically. Anyway, you didn't say anything about the mirror. This whole cabin is different than last time. Yep.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here.
Oops. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll drop, right. Brush the mirror, take blade. Let's talk.
That's
I
because
mean,
there
about the
isn't a
mirror.
There's the
Talk about
altar,
the mirror.
the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else. There's
Nothing else.
definitely a mirror. There
Yep.
isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror?
Oh my
We're all
god.
going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
Funny enough, he's actually kind of right about that.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
Uh-huh.
Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
I love the occasional accidental, crack in the mask.
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I care about whether I'm being lied to. I want to look. Doesn't matter if there's a mirror.
As do I. And yeah, there is. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how
Our
ridiculous you
very,
look right now.
quote, normal looking hand.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna miss this guy. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the...
Go down. Yeah.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you
Wow.
recall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Oh.
This is actually kind of nice.
Oh.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Still a stone basement. We've literally been to holes in the ground. This is not the worst thing.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Human voice. She did sort of just like completely dominate over us the last time. I'm wondering if that's going to reflect this one.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
Nope, not at all.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Oh god, Broken's so sad.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Very dark in here.
The princess towers over you,
Whoa!
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Is she levitating?
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
No. That's a good question, actually. Which one do I want to do? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do. I haven't tried tightening my grip yet. I am struggling right now. I can't guess like where this is gonna go. I'll drop it. I don't really plan on using it right now.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that.
True, but I wanted to.
And yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
They're literally right here. What are you talking about?
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, Your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's so funny. Oh,
That's my good little
is it because I
bird.
let go of the
Now,
knife?
Why don't we talk?
Now my decisions don't matter. Oh, wait a minute. This is like, this is so anime right now. I was going to compare it to something specific. I can't think of anything, other than, like, Code Geass, I guess.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Oh. Because I told her that? No way.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
There's a lot of things wrong with what you just said.
It's time for me to seize my destiny.
Wow, that
And
shading
you,
is so nice.
little bird, will help me seize it.
Stop calling me that.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
Oh, hey, Ty, I just now saw you there. Oh, cool. Did she just... So did she just start to meditate or something? While she was waiting for us to come back? Honestly, Flame, I think she was just born like this. A lot of... I think the way the worlds we enter work is... The way they look is more based on what she perceives. How she perceives herself and how she perceives the things around her. The woods have always stayed the same because she can't see the woods. She never goes outside. She can't go outside. Because that'll just be the end. So when all those things in the last run we did, everything felt so like gross, broken. Everything was covered in thorns because of the betrayal and confusion she felt. And anger, a lot of anger. The places reflect how she feels. I understand that now.
And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What would you have me do? Wait. What do you have planned? Wow, I stumbled so hard on that one. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died? I'm not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes. Wait. If something new comes after, I just can't let you do that. I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her. Let's not do that yet. Let's explore.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
What?
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
All I asked was what happened after I died. Just because you're supposed to end the world. Yeah, I'll do this one. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you have to do it.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Man, can't argue with that. What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
You're literally in God mode right now. Why would I have to help you? Why do you need help? That is a really big chain, but would that actually matter? Wait a minute. Look how small this one is. I mean, I don't know. If you're so powerful, can you just break the... Exactly.
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world.
Like, it's a valid question. Like, why doesn't she just break them?
That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
Oh, God, he's such a little worm.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, Submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her. I'm not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. I'm trying to think about this long term. Because the point is that she's going to take this version of herself into her. And I don't know how that's going to affect her. And I don't know if denying her is just going to make her worse. But I think denying her would lead to a chapter 3. Maybe. Yeah. Whatever options it gives me later, I think this is the right way to go. I'm not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
We're going this way.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh, interesting. So, no other options, right? Really? No other options? Why? What are you going to try and make me do? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? That's funny.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Alright.
Stand.
This
Oh, I
one's
forgot I was
easy.
sitting.
See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
Real? I hate you. I hate you so much. All of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever.
You can feel
That's
a
funny.
creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
I love that it's not even just I hate her, it's I hate all of you, all of these people making me do things.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent
That's been the entire
anticipation
game.
of what's to come, dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
Right?
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
Right.
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Well, that would be the first time we did that, wouldn't it? End this, huh? Yeah, I think we will.
We'll
It's
end
our
this
only
now.
option.
Your hand lifts the blade
There we
and
go.
brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Resist. Slay the princess. Slay yourself.
No, you can't just slay yourself. You're perfectly healthy and capable, and all you have to do is ignore her and do what has to be done.
Kind of the only option we got, dude.
The blade and the hand that wields it remain firmly locked in place until you change your mind and decide to do literally anything else.
Look at you quaking against my will. An ant defying a god.
Well, it's not really us, it's the narrator.
It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion.
It's actually the narrator trying to fight her right now.
But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there.
Oh, wow. She caught on.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
He is a
You're
god now.
small one, aren't you?
I didn't even have to click
A
that.
shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
That's a perfect description of him.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh. That's... I don't know if that's good or not. Oh. What happened?
You bring the blade to your neck. You
Oh.
slice through soft flesh, severing veins and arteries. Your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the pain won't last forever.
Wow.
No.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
Chapter 3, let's go!
I promise.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright, who's gonna be here on Chapter 3?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess. At the end of that path is a cabin. Excuse me?
I love how the hero's so done with
This
it.
is the third time we've been here, and this is hardly a
Paranoid.
path in the woods. It's all big and weird.
True, it's very big and weird. This makes sense though because, well, she's a bit more out there now.
Another witness to her radiance. Her hour is soon upon us.
Yeah, I think about it. Chapter 3 in the last one was kind of like this too.
I'm here to keep him in check. I'm sick of prying fingers digging around in our head, and he's making it all too easy for them to get in. This is bad. Oh, is it now? I hadn't noticed. Do you need a primer, Mr. Amnesiac? No, I'm quite all right, but if all of you would take a moment to settle down, there's something important I'd like to get across to you before it's too late. Is it about the princess? We already know all about the princess. Not to be trusted, that one. No, I mean, yes, it's about the princess, but whatever you think I'm going to say, it's probably not that. You're not to be trusted either. Look, fine, just out with it already, yeah? But if I hear the words, "You're here to slay her," or "If you don't, it will be the end of the world," you've lost speaking privileges.
You two are just wasting your time. It's all going to end when we open that cabin door, which means it's already all over. What's the point of dawdling when the end is already written?
I'm just sort of lost for words. It's gotten way too chaotic now.
Okay, that nonsense he's going on about, that's what we need to talk about. You've been here before, obviously.
Yeah.
So you have met us. Because boy, were you in denial about that last time. No, I haven't met you, but reality is clearly falling apart at the moment, and the only reason that would happen is if you knew things you weren't supposed to know. What? What the hell are you talking about? He's talking about those weird marble trees and how wrong everything looks. Yes, exactly. Whatever you did before gave her far too much power. So you've got to cut it out, get to that cabin and slay her before things get any more out of hand.
We've built a new god, and she is limitless.
Dude, we were calling Smitten a simp before. He's got nothing unbroken.
Are our thoughts doing that? Make her small, make her small, make her small, make her small. Shit! What if I'm doing it wrong? What if I'm making her even stronger? Do you hear those two with their runaway thoughts? I'm only giving you the sliver of information I'm giving you now because things are already deep in the shitter. This was my last card to play and it looks like it's already made things worse, so hurry. Cabin. Now.
No, those two are just stupid. Okay, now hold on. I have so many questions. I'm not going to the cabin until I have answers. What am I? Head to the cabin. Run away. Stay. I'm gonna ask this one.
As you finish your inane question, the ground quakes beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway and then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
Oh.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Wow.
Stop believing everything you hear. We just have to get our thoughts in order. We just have to think straight. Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
Well, I guess we're going in now.
As you step forward,
Or not.
the cabin explodes. You're flung backwards, violently slamming into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Oh, wow. Oh. He's a giant now.
You watch in paralyzed awe and terror as the princess emerges. The world
Whoops.
bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Biblically accurate princess. Cool.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
I'm very curious. I feel like this is going to show us what being in this little pocket actually means. If the long quiet sucks her up, then these worlds really mean nothing.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
Nope. Embrace oblivion. Yeah, I'll take the blade.
Screw all of this, I'm with you. A real god wouldn't need us as part of her plan.
He'll never make it to her. And even if you do, what could you possibly hope to accomplish?
We'll do what we were always supposed to. We'll take this blade and we'll sink it into her heart. Look at the way everything's being flung around her. If we just throw ourselves in her direction... I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe none of this is real. Maybe we can do whatever we want to do. With a forceful tug, you yank the blade out from the tree. You close your eyes and take a deep breath, and for a moment you can feel everything around you, like you're a part of everything, and everything is a part of you. And then your eyes open, settling on your target. It's time.
Sick. All right.
You launch yourself towards the princess. You can feel her gravity envelop you, carrying you from the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Even now you defy me. Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end what's destined to end everything.
Yeah, do it. Show her.
All right. Let's do it.
Why do I feel so cold?
And there she goes. That was the end. You do not get the chance to slay her, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
No! Where did she go? She's gone. Is this the end of the world? Did she end herself? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. It's going to be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of it. It's calling us. And not in a good way. I don't want to look at us. Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Can we trust you? A mercy.
Right? Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Damn. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in the shadow just beyond the reflection. A crow? Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
It's the narrator. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Now what? So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever go to see you, get to see you. What are you? You something like me. If you're not me, what are you? I have so many questions for you. Let's just get straight to it.
Narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away and stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me? Or are you something else? I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along? I wasn't supposed to see all of this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Destroy the mirror. I've met you many times.
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design.
Alright?
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Alright? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Wow. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? For all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
After everything you've done to us, do you think everyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt? I'm sorry. Every time I ask. Are you part of me? Or are you something else? Let me see. If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Okay. I don't want to be a god. I want to be me. God, I always knew I was special. I have so many questions. Let me pick that.
You are you. And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
I see. So we're the god of eternal life, and she's the god of eternal death. Oh, hi, Sand. I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt every time? Are you a part of me? Are you a god? Or were you a god? I wasn't supposed to see all of this. What is the princess? Did you make her too? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? Why would you want to rid the world of death? I'm pretty sure death is good, actually, important. Even. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. Destroy the mirror. There's a good bit. I'll ask this one.
No. In life I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something. So I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
Well, we got that answer. I think you're out of time. I'm going to slay her. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. Say nothing and watch him die. Yeah.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
And then he was gone. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The long quiet. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet. A vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. That's kind of funny, isn't it? The second we destroyed the mirror, we were finally able to see what we actually look like. Proceed to the cabin one last time. The godly vessel. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. I see.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Yeah, maybe too many of you. I can finally. Oh, right.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. What happens now? She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
True. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
To be fair, that's kind of the only option the game gives me.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
I see. Does that mean she's actually everything? Yeah, it seems that way.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? Explore. There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. I think it's time for us to leave this place. But I don't know how to leave or where to go. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Do you have a say in all of this? Don't you? God, I can't think straight.
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
I see.
You are weightless, suspended in the gravity of an idea that threatens to consume you. And you are alone. A tiny island caught between the death of the old world and the birth of the new. But alone is not helpless. when you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose against all odds to defy me, to hold on to your inner self with all its flaws, even in the scorching light of my divinity. Without me, there are no externalities to resist, and it is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
I still defy you now. I miss when that was you. You were consumed by your own ego. I won't engage with violence. Remain silent.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear. A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
If I had known what you really were, I wouldn't have been so quick to free you. Of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend death, then we are responsible for those who it holds. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation. To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence?
They'll get over it. They'll see permanence as a gift in time. That would be torture. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. Alright. I get it.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped. My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. At every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
I couldn't understand you then, but I think I understand you now. You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you. But it was the only thing I could do. It doesn't matter how I feel.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are. Your letter drove a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better. If destroying you is what that takes, so be it. I don't want to hide from the truth.
Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
I won't leave with you. Not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
As the clash between you and abates. Abates? Sorry, one sec. Abates. Something perceived as hostile, threatening, or negative become less so widespread. Okay, interesting. I don't know if I've heard that term. As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? I'm ready to go. But how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you. But how do we leave? Slay the princess, slay the princess. I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. Are you cruelty itself? And I cannot let you exist. Oh wait, you are cruelty itself. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Okay, I'm ready to go. But how do we leave? Okay. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective, it is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh. Hey, hero. Which hero? Hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Oh. We made Hero. What the hell? You have no idea. You have no idea how good it is to hear you. Yeah, that's awesome. What? You have no idea how good it is to hear you. I can do this alone. Where's everyone? Everyone else? How are you supposed to help? I thought voices weren't allowed here. I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror. I'm all of them. I assume the same way that you're all of you.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
Right.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
In a sec.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
A little.
Do you need me to describe things?
Eh, I'd like that for old time's sake. Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin? Is the narrator really gone? Take the blade.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much
Yeah.
here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he?
He never mentions the windows.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Yeah, so no more narrator.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Alright. Good riddance. I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Enter the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I do.
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us.
And she didn't say us. Continue down the stairs.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
What's that knife for? Have you changed your mind? Are you going to kill me? What if we just talk for a bit? Maybe we can figure this out.
Well, at least we don't have to cut her out of anything. Yeah. I don't want to be a god.
I don't think I want that either.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't feel the same. I feel smaller.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
I don't think there's a way out, but maybe there doesn't have to be an ending. I'm able to do the things you believe me to be able to do. So make me put it all back. Help me fix the Echo's construct and make us both forget. Help me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up, before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them? The people out there. If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to die and suffer? I don't want to forget you. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually. If we're talking about this right, how do we know we haven't done this before? This isn't fair. I don't want to be here with you. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there any other way? I take it all back. I don't want this. I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god? Okay. Then let's do it. I believe in us. I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
If you can believe this helps them, then it will help them, right?
Well, if we weren't literally gods, that wouldn't make sense. I don't want to forget you.
I don't want to forget you either. But unless we do this, you'll have to choose, right now, between me and everyone else.
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we'll make the same choice. We'll choose to forget, and we'll reset everything, again.
If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Maybe we have done all of this before. Maybe we're supposed to do this forever.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
None of that will happen, because you'll still be you, and I'll still be me.
But how do you know that? We'd have to decide to do this every single time. Forever. Eventually, something is going to be different.
I know, because it doesn't matter how many times we've hurt each other. I've never stopped caring about you. And if you feel the same, then everything is going to be okay.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
But you won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Is there any other way?
I think you brought that knife down here for a reason. It has to be a part of how this ends.
I take it all back. I don't want this. And I don't want you to... And I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
It feels like it is. You wouldn't have come here if you were just going to go back.
Okay, then let's do it. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then we're doing it. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand. She raises her gentle eyes to ours, a fondness in her gaze.
You know, I don't think I've ever remained silent before.
Yeah, it's better if we don't say anything.
Everything is going to be okay. I love you.
Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Well, it looks like I just beat the game. Honestly, out of all the endings we've gotten, I think that one was probably the most painful. Because the entire time, all I ever tried to do was set her free. And at the very end, we just end up back here. It is beautiful how much that hurts. And when I saw this screen, heard the music, and listened to the narrator speak, it felt like it had an entire new meaning behind it. I wonder if we go through this again and we do end up there, can we change something? I don't know. I don't know if there is anything that can be changed. Like she said, we'll probably just do this forever. I think the character we play as, I think this is one of my favorite characters in fiction now. The Long Quiet, I mean. I can save so many different times. Does it expect me to? Huh. Well, that was incredible. I can't wait to play it again. Probably off stream next time. Probably for the rest of it. I want people to go play it for themselves, you know? And after that, if you don't want to play the game after seeing that, I just don't know what to tell you. Let me check and see how long my stream's been going for. Almost 3 hours. How about we finish with let's work on another design. I think that'd be fun. Yeah, pretty much, Ty. That's the end. I'm gonna be working on something though. So the stream's gonna be going for a little bit longer. Just till it hits 3 hours, which is about like 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, I think it was the intended ending too. Because really, the conflict between life and death is something that will never end. Even when all of us are gone, it'll still be there. Because nothing ever really ends. Not really. Oh, sorry, Ty, I didn't see you. No, this is just for me. It is heavily inspired, though. Oh, thanks, Flame. Yeah, if I was going to make fan art of... Well, I guess I did technically make fan art. Earlier, though. If I can find it. I made this. It's my thumbnail. This is fan art. Definitely. And I made it this way because I wanted to be as ambiguous as possible. I don't want to really assume what our character looks like. But I know how our character feels. And he's holding on for dear life. I think that's what makes our character so relatable. Oh, I've definitely gone on way longer than I meant to, so I think I'm gonna go off now. It's been nice hanging out. I'm really glad I got to the end of the game. Well, the end for now, anyway. Because it seems like it just kind of keeps going. If you let it. Oh yeah, I'll see you guys later. See you, Ty. See you, Flame. It was nice talking to you. And, Sand, if you're still there. Nice seeing you also. Oh yeah, sucks Cat couldn't have been here for the end of it. Oh well. I'm sure she's seen it already. Hmm. Okay. Goodbye.